Hi everybody, welcome to Simple Life 2, episode 24 with me, Sid, and nothing much changed down here. You'll notice that the capacitor's moved. This thing is still doing its thing. In fact, it probably should be emptied now, just because we can. I'm just keeping it running at the moment and really not worrying too much about the quest line for that. You'll notice I've got a whole load of things in my inventory. The drives are getting full again, but you know, we'll live. Whoa, and it is night time, so we should probably have a little snooze. So yeah, now I would like several things to do this episode. You notice there's a hole in the floor here. I would like to get my kitchen started. Now, the problem with kitchens, the big unpleasant problem with kitchens is, quite frankly, they're ugly. And have no place. Well, no, kitchens are not ugly. Let's just clarify this a little bit more. Cooking with blockheads kitchens in 1.10 are ugly. Kitchens themselves, not so ugly, obviously. I don't think we can pick that up. That will grab you. You will go away eventually. You will come over here. However, DecoCraft kitchens are not ugly. Now, this leaves us with a conundrum. Because, that should be as finished now. Excellent. Finished processing all of our metals from last episode. The conundrum is simply this. I need to make a mana pearl. Do I go for a decorative kitchen or a functional kitchen? Now, a decorative kitchen would obviously work fine, but it wouldn't really be functional. A functional kitchen would obviously be fine, but it wouldn't look nice. And I've been trying to figure out a way around this. I've got an idea I want to try out. I'm not going to promise by any means that it will work, but I have got an idea that I want to try out. Right, so if I take some of my living wood, my living rock even, put the mana pearl down, we've got one of them going. Excellent, that's good. Right, and we can just chop this out. I'm just kind of processing some stuff up while I do this. Now, I've been looking, and as much as I didn't want to get heavily into Britannia, for reasons I've mentioned before, you know, I've done Britannia. I've done Britannia more times than I care to think how many times I've done Britannia. Britannia, there are a number of things gated behind Britannia, so we are going to have to do more Britannia than I originally planned. Okay, so that said, well, what do we need to do? Well, first thing I need to do is I need to go and get myself another mana pearl. Whee! And I need to take the said mana pearl and chuck it on there with 1, 2, 3, oops, 4, 5 of those, and that's off. Mana rune. We're jumping the gun a little bit as far as the quest line is, because it actually wants to create the elemental runes first, but I don't need elemental runes, I need mana runes. And the reason I need a mana rune will become apparent in a moment once we have done that. And then we'll come over here and we shall get, I think it was this way round with a mana rune and that and that and that and that. An inert stone from Archie. I don't know who Archie is, but apparently things. So that's got another quest completed, so we'll make a couple of mana pearls and we shall throw our mana pearls onto there, and we shall put 2 emeralds on there, and we shall whack on an inert stone, and with a bit of luck we will have enough to make a philosopher's stone. Now, for those who remember Equivalence Exchange and those kind of books, games, this is a game changer. This is a particularly useful wee tool. We probably should go and have a look at what we've done with right. We obviously can't claim that yet. We do need to do those. Okay, so what did we... Containment, Bloodthirsty, Auto Magic Essence. Can't remember where it was. Right, so it's not Gundagizmo. No, not under there. Not under there. Starlight, no. Modern Machines. Oh, we've done some Dark Steel. Okay, well, we'll claim it. Don't mind if I do, even if I don't remember doing it. Mastering Flight, no. Wands and Wizardry. Ah, here we go. Transmutation 101. Claim it, done. So now it wants me to make a lesser minium stone, and then it will go to the thing. So I could make that. We don't desperately need to do it right now, but should we? Yeah. What was the other one? Was the Gaia Power. That, and that's going to give us another mana tablet, which is all nice. Okay. And the reason I wanted all of this was very simple. The Philosopher's Stone allows me to transmute things from one thing into another thing. And right now, I am short of glowstone. However, I have got a reasonable amount of redstone, and I have got an even more reasonable amount of things like gunpowder. So let's just, in fact, let me just fill my inventory with stuff, because obviously stuff is good. I'll just take as much stuff as I can while we go over there. And we can at least get on, because I started putting another solar panel together, and then I realised that I completely run out of glowstone. Yeah, there was method to my madness. Now, I could have gone to the nether and got some glowstone, and I probably will go to the nether and get some glowstone at some point, but I really don't know where I want to put my nether portal. That's one side of things. So yeah, I don't know on that where I want to go, and I'm just going to stick those away now. And we'll put this away in block form for the time being. So if I have a look at gunpowder, how much have I got? 105. So I can do that, and I can get myself 52 glowstone, and we've got a philosopher's stone there, which means that I'm now in a position, if I go back to my solar panel, I've got everything except this, which requires me to put in 4 quartz and 4. So quartz 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and glowstone 8. I know it was an awful long way around to get to where we wanted to be, but you know, sometimes you just have to take the longer route. Okay, so storage. Let's start talking about, well, actually, shall we start talking first about just getting this done? And I say, I don't know why this is not working. What I got going on up here with the solar panels is when I plug the here we go, put one more on. When I plug that directly into the solar panels, nothing. If I plug it into a cable, nothing. But if I plug this in and then run that down through to a capacitor and then out, it works fine. And I don't understand why. But doesn't matter. We've got more power gen. That's another thing going. Let's have a think and a look at some tier 2, some more seed stuff, because that needs to be done. Essence of the world. We need to go to. I'd like to get to a tier 4 seed. A tier 4 seed is, let's have a look. That plus 4 of those. Have we got the Supremium Essence? I've got 3. Okay, so the recipe for Supremium Essence, no, Superium Essence is those, which I can manage. How many do I need? 4, was it? I can't remember now, you know. 4 plus a tier 3 crafting seed or a tier 3 8. Wow. That was a surprise. Okay. That plus those will make me the tier 4 one. Which gives me that, which gives me an epic loot bag. And then we need that, and the recipe for the tier 5 is going to be 8 and 1. How are we for? You know what? We're just going to go for it. We might as well go for it all the way, because that will complete that chain. And it will mean that we can take you out and take all of those out, and we can put the tier 5 one in, which should mean that we get a sickening amount of this stuff. Right, so we got that. We have come back to here. We've got the legendary loot bag for that. So now we're into these, and we are wanting to make a limestone essence. Okay, loot. Hang on. Oh wow, solarium. I'm just going to open them. Sorry. Night slime and pulsating iron. These are actually pretty good, useful items anyway. Right, what we're going to do next, I would like to have a player just getting some of these together, so let me just go work my way through these, see what we can do, and then we'll see if we can't hammer these out quickly. So back in a second. Alright, I think we are going to be going to the Nether after all. We can, however, get one of the seeds done, which is the old fire seed. Should come back. Oh, we need 4 fire essence, of course we do. It's not going to be good enough that we just do that, is it? We're going to have to grow it a wee bit. Okay, that's not a problem. In fact, with the cloche, that is even less of a problem. Okay, for that, the 1, 2. Not the fastest thing in the world. This has definitely been nerfed, but still, I can live with the nerf. It's not that big a deal. In a moment, we will have 4, and then we can go and get. Oh, damn! Where's my tier 5 Inferium seat? Good God, we don't want to go losing that. There we go. And that should give us that, which claim it gives us some fire essence. I mean, it's no biggie. And some of these other ones will be no biggie either. But we really do need to go, I think, and just, well, investigate the Nether in this area anyway. And we need to go and get some soul sand and some netherrack. Maybe while we're there, some glowstone, so we're not having to waste this philosopher's stone thingy every time that we want to do something. Now, I'm thinking, because I personally am one of these people who hates the sound of the nether portal. I loathe it. So I would like my nether portal to be accessible, but far enough away that I don't have to put up with it. So I think we shall put it here. And I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to do a 3x3 just because I can, really. Hup, hup, and hup, and a hup. And then a little bit of hoppage with some... Oh, ow. Didn't hurt at all. Don't know why I said ow, to be honest. Okay, that should be good. So if we jump... Oops. If we jump in... No. Let's try that again. Jump in here. We should have... Usually we have a flint and steel. I'd be surprised if we... Oh. Pretend you didn't see that. Alright, let's head in and see what we got. Not bad. Relatively stable portal area, I think. New portal, home, save, and we shall, I think we, let me just edit that and put old portal, save, because it's not actually that far away, because of course, you know, overworld, underworld differences mean that it's a damn sight easier to get back to there than it is to... Oh, crapola. Okay, that isn't so good. How the hell am I going to get down there? See, I don't even know if... Oh, crap. That is not ideal. I mean, I can go and try and make a path down. I suppose that is my only option, isn't it? Oh, no. Damn it. Yeah. This is where we have issues with the speed of our pick. I'm going to work on getting to a safe location, and I shall be back with you in a moment. Alright, I've got myself a reasonably safe area. I use the word reasonably loosely. I've got a whole load of netherrack, which is one of the things I was after. The other thing I'm after, of course, is soul sand, so while we're in here, we will grab a whole bunch of that. And there's some more around the other side. It's not a biggie if we run out here. What I've not really seen is any readily accessible... Well, there's a bit of glowstone there. Actually, I could probably get. But I'm not so desperate for glowstone that I want to go risking my neck too much in the nether. At least not right now, anyway. Well, he says happily wandering around, risking his neck in the nether, of course, which... Oh, Densard, oh, wow, lovely. Don't mind if I do. Yeah. Don't know really whether there's much benefit to me pushing out OEC that. I suppose it gives you an idea of what there is in the area, which is not a lot, actually. A little bit of cobalt over there. Some blaze floating around, but I'm so trusting that there's not going to be a lava block behind those. One day it's going to burn me quite literally. Yeah. Anyway, so I've got some soul sand. I need to get, I think it was 4, 2, 4, 8. I actually only needed 8. It's not a biggie. We will have this while we're here though, because it will come in handy. That's going to burn me, isn't it? I know I'm going to get caught out by that if I'm not careful. We got away with it. Maybe. Yes, did. Hey. Right. Oh, there's some more over there. And there is glowstone. I mean, soul sand down there. I don't need any more soul sand, and one of the ideas of doing this is so we don't desperately need to come in the nether regular anyway, because what we're actually aiming to do is make nether essence seeds, which will allow us to make, won't allow us to make glowstone, but it will allow us to make things like netherrack and soul sand. So yeah, it's not too shabby. Anyway, let me just finish off around in here, and I shall see you back in the overworld. Unless, you know, I get killed or something interesting happens in the meantime. Alright, we're back. I got some ardite and some cobalt, so we shall process that. I also got a whole load of this cobbled thing and some soul sand. So we are good. I think if I go like that and like that, go 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 4 of those we need. 4, yep. And that is all well and good. We also have a few other things and pieces. So we've got the dye seeds to do, which require a dye cluster, and then we've a few other seeds as well. So we need to process those, and I also need to get rid of some of this stuff on my personage. I also went and got some bits and pieces while I was there, because it would be wrong not to. I am sticking with that story. Okay, so soul sand and you. I'd like to take yeah, we'll cook all of that. It certainly won't hurt. We'll keep the other 50 of those in that form. So dye cluster. A dye cluster is does it have to be that, or does cyan is blue and green? We can do that, but we can't do that. Okay, so we cactus, we've got 92. Let me just do 32 of those quickly. That will quickly go through there. That'll get us the dye seeds, and then we can go through and have a look at, in fact, let me have a look. What else have we got? Limestone, copper, aluminium, brass, coal seeds will be interesting and potentially useful. Marble, nether, aluminium, and dye, and basalt, and then we can move to the tier 3 stuff. Let me start pulling stuff together, and I'll be back in a sec. Alright, I think I have all of the seeds. This we'll come back to in a moment. So if I go and put that and that together and go with the copper, that should give us a copper seed. Aluminium, aluminium brass, limestone, and I do realise I'm saying aluminium. I'm English. This is how we say it. In fact, this is how it's said because it's an English word. So there you go. Well, I don't know whether it's English. It's one of those funny words, whether it was originally out of the US or not. But these are basically all of the tier 2 seeds, I believe. And we need to take those and those out along with that. And we'll put the copper in to start off with. I'm going to just get rid of that and that and that and that. And basically we need to run 4 of these and 4 of each basically. So it takes a short while. And again, I'll be back with you in a second. Alright, well, we have now got all of these ones done, which brings us to the next tier, which is where we start to get some pretty useful materials coming out of that. And for that we need to make 52 into medium. Now we are struggling with that. I'm going to put all of this away for the time being, and we are going to go and claim all of these just so we can get them out of the way. The coal one is potentially useful because we can generate coal to generate power. The question is, how much power does it cost to grow 8 coal essence which will then make 12 coal compared. So the question, yeah, if I were to burn 12 coal to generate power, how much would it take of that power to generate? You know where I'm coming from here. I'm not explaining myself very well, but I am definitely coming from here the same direction. But at least with these we can do an awful lot. Now this soul dust we need to combine this with prudentium. So we need one. I'm trying to remember this. We need 9 of these, which means I need more prudentium. Prudentium, which we make you 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that right? I'm trying to remember what and then we use that with the 5 of those to make 1 of those. Okay, let's make me. So that should be enough, I think. Well, that is solium dust. Solium dust, that stuff, thank you. 1, 2, 3 of those, lovely. We'll go and cook those. How are you doing? This thing just makes so much, it's ludicrous. But we're still full power, so that's good. And then we can come over here and we can use you to make 1 of those. And the thing I'm looking for here, because I get so many of these seeds, is the seed reprocessor, which requires, damn it, can I not? I don't want a tier 4, I want a tier 2. Oh crap, have I gone and tier 1 crafting seed, tier 2 crafting seed? I want an inferium tier 2, which is tier inferium plus a prudentium. Okay, so I just need an inferium tier 1. Crap. Oh dear, I've gone and outsmarted myself, haven't I? Seeds and 8 of those. Okay. Seeds and some inferium. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, let's get this sorted out, eh? Sooner we get this done, the better, because then we can start to reprocess those seeds. And then we need to make you tier 2, which requires prudentium. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that right? Is it 4 or 8? I think it's probably 8. 3, 4. That will give me that. So now if I go for a seed reprocessor now, we should have everything except for this, which requires 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Oops, no, let's try again. And we need some stone of some description. What counts as stone in this pack? This is the fun bit, of course, is trying to find out what it thinks is stone and what it thinks isn't. In the ore dictionary. Shale. That will do me. So that should give me a seed reprocessor with spares. And we'll pop the seed reprocessor down here for the time being. Go over here, get the tier, take the tier 3s. Stick. I mean, it's not going to be the fastest thing in the world, but what we can do is quite easily use Hopper to power that through. It requires no power, so in realistic terms, it's relatively straightforward. Right, now the only other thing I wanted to play with now is I wanted to start having a look at storage drawers, and in the first instance I want a drawer controller, which we have very little of. Okay, make me some of those then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then make me one of those with some, I need some stone. Again, we just need to find anything that will actually function as stone. Not that, apparently. Okay. Shale. I think shale should work. Yep, 1, 2. So we'll take the shale out. We'll go and get the draw controller going. And then we should be able to get away with that. No. It is being specific. Alright, not a problem. Because I'm fairly certain if this is in the OR dictionary as a stone, I should be able to do that. Just get rid of that. Come on, out my way. One draw controller. And the draw controller on its own really doesn't give me a great deal, but what it does give me is a common loot bag, and then it takes me to expansion, which needs to control a slave, and it wants a key. So we look at the, let's have a look at the draw key. We need one of those, that needs that, so we do that, that's got one of those, that gives me that, that's that. Which we'll want anyway, so we'll claim that, and that then goes on to concealment key. I'm not bothered about that right now. I am bothered about putting those away. So where's the draw slave? Not a salve, a slave. Oh, okay, but you just need 2 more of those, which of course we haven't got the redstone torches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bomb, get in there. 2, and that will give me. Okay, this is getting silly. Because you don't like that, do you? No. But doesn't matter because I happen to know a chisel that does. Okay. That's complete, so you'll give me another one of those. Then you're going to give me a framing table. Okay. Wow. I suppose it's probably better that we could do frame them because we'll get nicer looking storage. If I want a framing table, now that would be a bibliograph framing table, which is not what I want. What I want is... Oh, come on. Okay, at storage. Find me that damn framing table. Oak trim, do some... Oh, God. Sticks. If we can have some, if you don't mind. Will you work with those? Yes, you will. Will you work with a few more of those? Yes, you will. You will make me some oak trim. That's good. Choice reward. I will go with those because it. Hang on. 2. No, you go with those. They're the more expensive of the items. Oh, hang on. It wants a frame to draw. Okay. Okay, that's a turn up for the books. It wants framed drawers, which in those ones. Alright, so I've done this wall of the blocks, and I don't think there's any other metal blocks. We can always add more. This, you know, we can change this wall around, but we've got this framing table, and we have got our framed drawers. So the big question is, what do we want to make them look like? Now, that's going to determine what this room looks like. And if we look at, well, let's just come out of there for a second and look at the chisel and bits. Not chisel, not chisel and bits. The simplest blocks we have are anti-blocks, and they are purely stone with a block with a dye, sorry, glowstone dust, and that will give you the anti-block. Now, if I remember rightly, these do not emit light, they just look like they should be emitting light. So that's one way we can go. The usual trick I would go straight for, and I'm not sure whether to do so this time or not, is go for the lab blocks, because they will fit this kind of data processing center under the house thing. Now, lab blocks are relatively cheap. It's stone and quartz. Gives you 8. And we've got a reasonable amount of quartz. Incidentally, I've changed this over to be running silicon essence just while we're doing that. And we've also got a reasonable amount of stone because, you know, I can process that up as we go. So we can get that going reasonably easily. And obviously we can then go in and decide what we want the walls to be, which I think may be dotted panel. So if we were to, let's just work on this corner. So I think we're going to go about 4 high. I don't think any more. 5 high. Could get away with 5 high, I suppose. And that would obviously give us a reasonably sized storage wall on this side, and obviously a reasonably sized data processing hub on this side. So that is a definite option, and it has a few little variations on a theme. So let's just try, if we were to go with those and no particular trim, I mean, I suppose we could have a look at something like the basalt to give it a nice dark edge. Let's have a look what we get with that. Yeah, that doesn't look unpleasant. I don't know what the best way to chisel that or dig that up is, but it certainly seems to think it's whatever. So that's good. So we can turn you off, and what I am thinking is that we will go and grab this andesite cobblestone, chisel it back to cobble. We shall pop it into, we'll do it on this side for now, and we'll pop that in there, and that's cobblestone. Now, if I take this, that doesn't all dictionary straight across. That isn't in itself a problem. You know, we can go and get the various cobblestones we have. Maybe not that one. And soon chisel those back to base, you know, cobble. And again, that just reduces the storage overhead in our RS system. Hang on. Yeah, we don't want to go that far, do we? And then obviously we want to lock that to cobble, and everything's good and happy, and we should be able to see we've got a reasonable amount of cobblestone in there now. Hardened clay is going to be an issue. We're going to have a lot of that digging around here, so maybe we need to also get a hardened clay one. Now here's a question. If I take hardened clay and a light grey hardened clay, I have nothing I can do with light grey, which is a pain. However, we can pop in there and we can grab, are you off? Let's turn you off. We can pop that back and we can come into here and and grab those, but I also want the void upgrade for this one. This, if we ever need more than 64 stacks, should I double it? Let's go and double it as well. It's not like we haven't got those, and we will be working on these ones as well at some point, but for the time being we are going to have that, and you are going to have that, you're going to have that. And I'm going to basically take all of the hardened clay and transfer that over into this drawer. So back in a sec. Alright, it occurs to me that we're also going to have quite a few of these other colours, which we don't necessarily want as many of, so we shall turn you off. We shall go and put the brown, the light grey. This will only hold 16 stacks of each, which should be more than we'll ever need of any of these. And if we need more, we live in a biome where it's plentiful. So yeah, we'll lock both of those down, but I want to go and grab again. We'll void upgrade that one for the time being, but I don't think I'll bother doubling that one. And what we can do is, if we turn you on and off, we should be able to go and say clay, a little bit of red, but yeah, peanut figures really. We'll go and get all the whites out to start off with and pop that in there. And then we can go, right. The only problem with this is you have to reset the damn thing every time you put stuff up in it. It's not quite perfect there. We'll take the light grey. Oops, not that one, the light grey. But you can see we've freed up so much space in here already, it's beyond a joke. And then we can take the brown as well. Orange is already in, so that's not a problem. Just get the clay, there you go, come on. Can we turn you off? And then we reset that again. We should only see the stuff that's in the cells, and that should be absolutely fine. Now we've got 1,000, exactly 1,000 hardened clay, well 1,000 oddments I should say. If we turn that off, we can still see what's in here, and obviously it's sorted by numeric, so then we'd have inferior methods and all the other bits and pieces. But this has kind of pulled away the imperative to get this sorted now. Yeah, and I think on that note, there is only one thing I want left, one thing left that I want to do right now. Gosh, scared me half to death. No unsolicited callers. Well, there's a couple of things I want to do, but the thing that I'm going to do right now is I want to just move our kitchen stuff across. I know it sounds really trivial, but I wanted to do it before we started, and I've got a little theory that I think we can get away with. That is the item we really need. We want those, potentially. We'll want you. We will want that for definite. Spice rack, maybe not. Tool rack, possibly. Sink, definitely. We'll want all the pots and pans and stuff that go with that, along with some coal and a squeezer. Have I missed anything pots and pans wise over here? Let me just make sure I'm not missing any tricks of stuff that I'm leaving behind that I really wanted. Nothing there. The fridge. Yeah, that's all good. I think we're all good there. So, what I discovered is that these blocks that form this multi-block don't actually have to be side by side, which means that we can get in with the DecoCraft kitchen. I just come down here and get my DecoCraft on. And we go back, say, to the kitchen area. So say I want this is a dark top, so we'll go with the dark topped units. So I wanted to stick one of those in, and not bothered about corner. We'll just go with a bottom cabinet dark. Maybe, oh, I can't. Hang on. We'll try that one if we can. Can I fit you in anywhere? I need to go and get rid of that, and I should then be able to pick that up. Now I put this hole in the ground for a reason. Now it's coming in roughly over where that is, but remember this is going to kind of come down into a tunnel that goes down, so we should be able to hide a lot of this. And this is the kitchen sink. That was the corner left. That goes there. And then this is where things start getting a little bit dodgy. You end up with this ugly bloody thing in the middle, which I can live with, because underneath that I can place that. Now again, it's painful, it's not good, but it means that I can come down here and extend that out there. I can stick a oven in on this side of it perhaps, and in the oven we can place our various tools, so that skillet, pot and baking tray and some coal. And then we can continue with this. This can kind of come here like so. I'm going to actually leave that a second, because there's still other things we may be able to do if I can just get this to bloody work. It doesn't really matter. We'll stick the sink in, and we can stick a toaster. Let's just try something a little bit more sensible with that if we can. I know the word sensible and hanging a toaster in the air, but we can stick a tool rack here, and then we can get the final tools on there, which are those. I'm not really worried about the spice rack. Now if we go up, as this stands, you know, I mean, it's messy, you can, you know, but you can make the water, we can make salt, we can make stock. What's the recipe? Oh, I've got bones in my inventory, that's why. And we can make bubbly water, and but I can't really do much other than maybe access that fridge down there for food. However, if I were clever about this, what we can do is we can sleep. That's what we can do. Is it sleepy time? I don't know. It's not sleepy time. Is it an eclipse? It could be. Looks a bit dark. Where's the sun? Help. Sun's gone. What we can do now is we can go and grab some of this stuff. Now what I'm thinking is we can just grab these. Sorry, I've got next door, I can hear the argument going on through the wall. It's great. Yeah, and I realise I am way over time now. I'm going to grab a bit more coal while we're here. Don't think we need to worry about any of that, so we'll just go with that. But it doesn't look too bad. I mean, we can get away with that. It's a shame that we can't get a solid block in there, but you know, we'll just have to live with what we got there. We're going to need a few bits and pieces to help us out with this, but ultimately you know, we can take all of these items and store them straight into whatever we can find down here. However, I have a plan, and it's a cunning plan, as Blackadder may say. I also should get into there and give you a bit more coal, shouldn't I? Yes, I should. My cunning plan involves using one of those units at the top there to be a filter and use some piping to bring it down and just basically populate all of these with any food I throw into the system. So the queen bee doesn't want to go in, neither does the seed, neither does the plant or that. Actually, those seeds, these are all seeds, none of those. Coconut maybe, no, keep it. Black pepper can go in. Let me just shift that one and that one out of the way. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to move all the foods over into the storage, and I'll be back with you in a mo. All right, everything's in. It is late, and I think there's an Enderman outside. There is, but we have got more stuff to put in. So we've got a bottom corner right. We've got a bottom corner left. I'm tempted to take that one out actually, because oops, don't know where that went. We'll come back, grab that in a minute. We'll put the wine rack in. No, the wine rack won't work there. We'll go with that bottom cabinet, because it is actually an item. We'll stick an oven in with a extractor hood. I know the hood's going absolutely nowhere, but it does not matter. And we will put a wine rack in there. I think we can stick that over there. We've got a large fridge which we shall place there, I think. No, this is where you start to get you can start getting silly just with the level of detail you want to place in. That goes in here. We still need some wall units around the place in here, and I think maybe a breakfast bar of some description. So let's go and get that done, and we should, with a little look, be good. Kitchen. Now, have we got anything that looks even remotely breakfast bar-y? We've got bar stool, and we've got a Mexican shelf and restaurant tables, but sorry, just I don't know whether you can hear this through the wall or not, but it's so funny. Stick a food processor in. We need some wall units, don't we? Top glass cabinet, maybe a couple. We'll take a couple of those. We'll take one of those. In fact, no, we'll take 2 or 3 of those. We've got the blender, mixer, mic, maybe, just in case. How am I going to do a breakfast bar? I don't know whether that... well, I suppose there is that, along with, and we'll go with maybe 3 of those. Let's see how that works. Anything else? Beer tap. Yeah, every kitchen needs a beer tap. So I'll have a chopping block, and we shall have some utensils while we're at it. And I've got the knife strip. Take a knife block, because again, every house needs a good knife block. And we'll have a kitchen area. But more importantly, we'll have a kitchen area which is functional. Now I'm wondering if we were to go 1, 2, 3, so we have a breakfast bar. Maybe not 3, maybe 2. And then we can go and get you in here, another one there, and another one there. That'll work. Sink obviously needs taps. Utensils hook can go there. Bang. Bang. A little bit more bangage there, and then what we got? Just the two. So we can, yeah, we don't need to have wall-to-wall kitchen units in here, do we? We can have a, oh, that's where it went. Might have to go out and get that in a minute. Chopping board, mixer, blender, or mixer and blender, micro, yeah, all right, yeah, no microwave, knife block, no, you're not going to let me put the knife block in. We'll live. I mean, we have got something reasonable. What is out there? That's a skeleton, there's a spider. I can cope with both of those. Very easily. Anyway, that gives us our kitchenette area. Probably want to do a little bit more in there, but not much. But more importantly, I can come here and I can get all of the items that are in here. I can make a sushi, for example. I could, did I make it? Missing tools. What am I missing? Oh, cutting board. I could have sworn I had a cutting board. Okay. Well, we'll fix that next episode then. Give me something to work on. I'm not sure what's gone on there either, actually. What is that? Chisel bit. Alabaster. I'm fairly certain I didn't have that going on there. Alright. Don't know where that came from, but clearly came from somewhere. Probably from when I was faffing around up here. Yeah, I waffle on too long. I am going to take a screenshot of our kitchen and we shall proceed onwards next episode. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.